Hi Yogi, welcome to this special spring equinox yoga class. I love making these kind of seasonal videos where we take the seasons and really let them inspire our yoga practice so that we can live more in tune with nature. I think you love them too, so if you like this kind of video, give the video a like. We're going to start quite slow and soft, and then we're going to move into a fluid vinyasa. It's for mixed levels, but if you're a beginner, of course, check out some of my beginners videos. I'll link one on the screen here. All you need is your yoga mat. Of course, if you like to use blocks, you can use blocks. And we'll start today in a low kneeling position. So just make your way into that low kneeling position on your mat. And start to find a really nice tall spine. Take that moment to arrive, to feel comfortable. Maybe it feels good to take your knees nice and wide. And I invite you here to really feel like your body is having the opportunity to move from winter into spring. So to just let go of any heaviness, any fatigue, and to really bring this fresh, joyful energy into the body. So if that resonates with you, with each inhale, breathe in that fresh spring feeling, and with each exhale, let go of whatever you are ready to leave in this season that has just finished, the winter. Start to now just really slow down and calm your breath. And now keeping the eyes closed, if that feels good, just start to roll out your spine in a big circle. So if you take the knees quite wide, it will help you really feel this movement in your hips, through your spine. And now let's take that circle back the other way. Just notice how your spine is feeling. Don't worry how it looks. Reverse it back the other way again. You can make it quite wiggly, or you can just keep the spine straight. And we'll go the opposite direction one more time. Good, and then bring it back to center with the knees really wide. Bring yourself over and down into your child's pose. Stretch your arms forward. It can be quite an active child's pose where you stretch the fingers to the top edge of the mat, or you can just relax it down. Really allow your sitting bones to come all the way back towards your heels, round your lower back. Take a few more slow breaths in your child's pose. And then from here, start to tuck your chin, interlace your fingers behind your lower back and stretch your fingers up to the sky. So interlace the fingers, release the index fingers, bring yourself into this shoulder stretch, and then you can just rock side to side on your forehead. So you're feeling that opening and stretching coming into the shoulders. Good, and then start to ripple through the spine. Inhale, open up the front side of the body. Exhale, start to dip forward. And keep that interlace with the fingers if you can. Inhale, open up, squeeze the shoulder blades, open your chest. Exhale, bow forward, stretch out the shoulders. One more time. Inhale, lift. Really press the knuckles down. Exhale, bow it forward. And then from there, we'll rise up into a lifted kneeling position. Release the hands, give your shoulders a roll. And then bring your left hand down towards the floor as you lean over for a half camel pose. Then sit your bottom down, sweep your right arm forward, take it over to the other side. So right fingers down, left arm up. You don't have to bring your hips all the way forward, just enough to feel that opening through the front side of your body. And we'll do that a few more times each way with your own breath. Make it as big or as small as feels good for you. Bowing towards the earth on the way between the two sides. Let's go one more time each way. Good, and then bring it back to center. Bring your hands to your knees. Pull your navel in just to round that spine and counterpose those back bends. Good, and then from there, bring your hands forward in front of you and tuck the toes under. With an exhale, make your way softly back into downward facing dog. Your legs don't need to be straight. You can keep the knees a little bent. And in that downward dog, find that tuck of your chin, tuck of the tailbone, and a really strong push with the shoulders away towards the mat. Either choose to make this a little bit more dynamic and just find some intuitive movement, or maybe you just hold your stillness in the downward dog. Breathe in. Exhale, let it go. Come back to that intention from the start. What are you letting go of? Feel each inhale bringing that fresh prana energy into the body. I'll walk your feet back slightly. Inhale, roll the spine forward to a high plank and then start to lower the hips, keeping strong through the front of the thighs for upward facing dog. Exhale, lift the hips, find your downward dog. Again, inhale, roll forward, lower the hips down, open up the chest. Exhale, lift the hips high, send it back, downward dog. A couple more, rolling forward. Drop the hips, keep the thighs strong, floating upward dog. Exhale, send it back, downward dog. And this time we'll take our chaturanga, roll forward. You can either bring the knees down or stay on the toes. Bend your elbows, hover off the floor. Push into the hands, flip onto the tops of the feet, upward facing dog. Feel that joyful space come across your collarbones. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Now gaze between your hands. Take 2 big steps, a walk, or even a jump if you're feeling energetic to the top edge of the mat. And in that forward fold, when you get there, you can bend your knees a lot or a little. You can grab opposite elbows, let your body sway side to side. And then from here, slowly, gently roll up to standing 1 vertebra at a time. And to really bring that energy into the body, we'll move into some sun A's. So Ashtanga, sun salutations. Of course, modify as you need. Take extra rest as you need. With hands at heart center. With your inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold forward. Breathe in, halfway lift. Lower both hands, walk back to plank. Take a full breath in. Shift forward, bend the elbows, hover off the mat. Then lift onto the tops of the feet for upward dog. Exhale, find your downward dog. Take a full cycle of breath. Gaze between the hands. Little walk, 2 big steps, or a quiet, controlled hop to the top edge. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, rise up to standing, reach into the fingers. Exhale, lower hands to heart center. We'll do that again. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold down. Breathe in, halfway lift. And lower the hands. Either walk back to plank or hop into chaturanga with the bent elbows. Push into the hands, lift, upward dog. Exhale, back, Downward dog. Full breath in. Long exhale out. Once again, gaze forward. Little walk or 2 big steps. Hop, float to the top of the mat. Halfway lift and fold. Lengthen up, rise up to standing, reach into the fingers. Exhale and lower, hands to heart center. Take that full cycle of breath. I'm getting warm, I hope you are. We're going to add in now, so stretch up. Exhale, fold down. Breathe in, halfway lift. Plant the hands, walk or hop back. Come through your chaturanga. Upward dog. Exhale back, downward dog. Now lift your right leg high. Bend your knee. Open your hips out to the right side. Option to stay here. Option to drop your right toes behind you and find your wild thing. Open up the heart space. Stretch out through that left leg. And then either bringing the left knee down to step forward or step all the way through with that right foot to your high crescent lunge. Rise up with strength into both feet. From here, inhale, cactus the arms. Exhale, hug everything in, tuck the chin. Inhale, cactus. Exhale, hug everything, tuck the chin. One more time, inhale. Exhale, cactus the arms round, and then we'll interlace the fingers down behind the back, steady into that front foot. Find that lift in your chest, and we'll float forward to a warrior 3. Keep that lift in your heart, and even make this a back bend here. Strong into that standing leg. Take a full breath in, and a full breath out. Float your back foot back, so you're back into that high lunge. Lower both hands and either take a child's pose for a pause or we'll move through our flow. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Exhale, back to downward dog. Onto that left side now. Left leg reaches, bend the knee, open the hips out to the left side. Option to stay here, option to drop that left foot back behind you and swivel open into your wild thing. Exhale, bring it through. Step, however it looks for you, all the way forward into your lunge on the left side. Gaze ahead, rise up, high crescent lunge. Inhale, open the chest, cactus the arms. Exhale, round, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone. Again, inhale, open. Exhale, round. One more. Good, and now open up the arms, interlace the fingers down behind you. Find that heart opener, stay strong through your legs. Gaze ahead, and then when you've got your balance, float forward into your warrior 3. You can either keep this straight line or even lift higher into a back bend there. Take an inhale. Exhale, float your back foot forward into your crescent lunge, back bend. Lower the hands, step back to downward dog if you want to skip or move through another vinyasa. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, back to downward dog. Take full breath. I'm going to do that again on each side. So take it at your own pace. Take extra rest if you need. With your inhale, lift your right leg up. Bend your knee, open the hips out. Option to stay here or swirl onto the back of your left heel. Sink the hips down and lift back up into your wild thing. Open up the heart. Exhale, bring your right hand down, step through. High lunge on the right side, rise up. Inhale, cactus the arms. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin, pull the navel in. Inhale, open. Exhale, round, tuck everything under. One more time, inhale, open. Exhale, tuck. Open up, find Kali Mudra behind you, fingertips extending or index fingers extending. Open up your heart space, float onto your right foot, find that warrior 3. Open up your chest, find length in that back leg, lift the heart. From there, float back high crescent lunge with more of a back bend, and then lower the hands. Take a pause here in downward dog, or take another chaturanga in between. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, back to downward dog. You got it, we're nearly there. One more time on the other side. Inhale, stretch your left leg up. Bend your left knee. Drop it behind you, lower your hips. And then stretch all the way up and back. Wild thing. Full breath in. Long exhale as you bring that left hand down and step through. Strong through your back thigh. Rise up, high crescent lunge. Find a breath here. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, crunch and round. 2 more. Bringing that fresh, light energy in with each heart opener. Last time, open up the arms, interlace them down behind you. Stretch the chest forward, gaze ahead, and find your balance to float into your Virabhadrasana 3 with a back bend here. Lift that back foot high and then float it back down. Crescent lunge, lower the hands, step back, child's pose, downward dog, or through our flow again. Exhale, downward dog. Take that full cycle of breath. Even shake your head yes and no. And then we'll look between the hands. You can walk or see if you can hop to a seated position on your mat. And we're going to take our deepest back bend yet. So we're going to move towards a wheel position, Urdhva Dhanurasana or Chakrasana, sometimes called. We are going to do some core activation first. So find Navasana, the boat pose. You can have your shins parallel with the floor, or maybe try straightening the legs. Breathe. Pull your belly back towards your spine. Hold it. Breathe. Can you now bring your knees towards your chest, reach for your toes, and then come into a low boat like a canoe. Good. Lift back up. Exhale, canoe. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Hold it. And again, lift and lower for 3, 2, 1. Good. And then release down to the mat. Just allow those core muscles to relax slightly. We always want to activate the abdominals before we do a big back bend. It really helps to support the spine. So if you are a beginner maybe and you would prefer to just take a bridge, then you can take a bridge where you just lift your hips up, keep your thighs parallel and your knees hip-width distance apart. If you're ready to try a wheel pose, bend your elbows and place your fingertips either side of your ears. Try not to make sure they're not too wide, and you want the elbows nice and narrow so you can see your elbows. Walk your feet really close in towards your body. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, press onto your hands and your feet, and don't put any weight in your head. So make sure you come straight up onto your hands and feet. Gaze between the hands and breathe. Try to feel like you're opening your heart between the gate of your arms. Breathe. Maybe you can straighten your legs, or maybe try lifting one leg and then the other leg. If you need to come down, make sure you come down on the backs of the shoulders rather than your head. So tuck your chin, come onto your upper back, and just take your time to come back onto the spine. And then when you reach the mat, give your knees a nice big sway side to side. And we'll take a butterfly pose. It always feels so good somehow on the spine when we've been doing back bends to do a nice hip opener. So just let the outer edges of the feet come together. And slow that breath down again. As the stretch becomes a little intense, try to relax into it even more. Now, from your butterfly pose, gently bring your knees back towards each other and just give them a nice big windscreen wiper movement from side to side. You can take your arms really wide here if that feels okay on your shoulders, or just down by your sides if you prefer. Move the hips over to the right side of the mat and then drop both knees over to the left. If that's enough, stay there. And if you want a deeper twist, wrap that right leg around your left leg. Find some deep, slow breaths into the space where you feel the twist. And just allow everything to slow down again. Notice how your body feels. Let's gently take it back the other way. So move your hips to the left now and send your knees over to the other side. Wrap that left leg around your right leg. And again, breathing right down into your belly here. Good, and then you can bring yourself gently out and we'll extend the legs into Shavasana. You could grab a blanket or a pillow for your head and just really make sure you're comfy. Hands can just rest by your sides. And take one more deep breath and sigh it out. Now I invite you to just completely be still. I will bring you out of Shavasana. So don't worry about the time. Just truly allow yourself to be still and to relax on your mat. Now I invite you to begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. If it feels good, stretch the toes down away from you and the fingers back behind you. Give yourself the time to softly come back into your awareness. And then when you're ready, you can gently make your way over to one side. Just rest on your side for a moment. And then use your hands to push yourself up sideways to a seated position. Maybe the sun's going to come out for us. So finding that nice upright seated position. And coming back to your breath. Allow this moment to be the moment that you let go of anything that has not been serving you through the winter or up until this time. Allow spring to be a fresh start for you in the same way that it is for nature. Allow the new, brighter energy and the longer days to inspire you and to carry you towards your dreams. Now I invite you to bring your hands to heart center. Bow your head and thank yourself for practicing today. Take a moment of gratitude for this practice that we get to experience and that benefits our lives so much. Namaste. Thank you so very much for joining me, and happy spring. I am so grateful to those of you who follow my yoga classes. I really hope that you love this inspiring, beautiful space that I'm filming in today, and that this practice helped you to feel revived and inspired as we move into this new season. If you enjoyed it, please let me know in the comments, give the video a like, and don't forget to hit subscribe. I'll link some other classes that I think you'll like in the comments, and also a link to my discount off Oli, which are the most beautiful yoga mats you will ever see. So I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.